welcome to James, the Let's Express Line, where we get you in and out as fast as possible with love, Chunibyo, and other delusions. 2 seasons of 12 episodes each, plus one OVA each, and then there's a movie follow-up. What was it? Love, Chunibyo, and other delusions take on me. Now, what is the show, OVA, manga, movie about? Well, you got Yuta Tagashi. He's the male character you see here. In middle school, he had Chunibyo, where it's, I am the Dark Flame Master! I will go out and vanquish the evil dragon! Well, embarrassed by that, he decides to go to a new high school as far away as possible, where he's not going to run into any people that remember him as the Dark Flame Master! He joins the student body. He's very normal. Along the way, he comes across Rika Takanashi, the girl there, standing on the guardrail. She lives in the, well, okay, I don't want to spell on this. So she lives in the apartment above him. She takes her up down, and that's actually how he first meets her. Is her roping down to go on magical adventures. She's also suffering from Chunibyo. But, unlike Yuta, Rika has not gotten over it. She's going into high school dealing with her magical demon eye, whatever, that she always keeps covered up with a bandage. Then when she takes off, her wait a minute, her eyes are blue, but that eye is yellow. It's a color contact. You do see it off every now and then, like when she first wakes up in the morning, stuff like that. She won't have the contact in. But the thing I love about her is she's always, I shall use the wicked eye to determine what is going on. And they're like, you got detention because you weren't paying in class. What if that is actually an evil priestess trying to stop me from stopping them? The teacher gave you detention because you weren't paying attention in class. You're supposed to read page 187 out loud and you didn't because you didn't know where we were at. It's not anything evil going on. Like 90% of the show, that's how she talks. But every now and then, she'll talk in a real voice. Usually it's just like Yuta, like just very lately karate chopping her on the head to get her attention. She goes, eee! Makes the most adorable noises. But yeah, for the most part, it's always, I shall use the wicked eye. The wicked eye told me to go this way because there's something I need to find. It's like, oh, it's a kitty. Yay. Obviously, she says that the evil eye sent her that way, but it's just, she heard meowing. But again, she is absolutely adorable when she actually uses a real voice, and even though it's usually just making the most adorable noises. Now, there's other characters. Shinka Nubatani. She's very popular at this new high school. She used to suffer from Chunibyo as well. She went around as Mori-sama, and she wrote the Mabinogion fancy magic book. But again, she goes to a new high school to get rid of that. She's no longer Mori-sama, she's her. And it works. Nobody at that school realized that she used to be really fucking weird. They're from Chunibyo. She joins a couple different classes and groups like the cheerleading club. Eventually drops out. It's... I didn't really like her overall until later in the series when, spoiler, I ain't giving it away. But she grows on you after a while. Then you have Kumin Tsurugi. Anime original, she's not in the manga. She loves napping. In fact, she tries to start a napping club. It doesn't work. Rika has the Magical Society Club. She can't get enough members. Like, well, we can make this Magical Society a napping club. Okay, I'll join. So yay, she's got enough members for her club, and then Kumin gets enough members for the new napping club. Napping doesn't really matter except for one episode, which is probably filler, because if she's not originally in the manga, you gotta figure that episode wasn't originally in the manga. And then, another anime original, Sane Takamori. She's Rika's best friend. She's a year younger than Yuta and Rika, so she's not in their class until the second season when she's a freshman. They're all sophomores, whatever you want to call them, first year, second year. She has very long twin tails that she uses as weapons for their magical battles. That is something that I wasn't sure I was going to like in the show, because it's like, all right, it's the real world. But then all of a sudden, I must stop you from doing this. And then, like, the background changes. All of a sudden, they got magical auras like they're Dragon Ball Z characters. And then they so-called fight. But then, like, a cutaway to then it's just like them, like, batting each other on the chest. That's like, all right, that was pretty funny. Like I said, I wasn't sure I was going to like that part, but it's actually kind of funny. Another thing is, she pretty much worships Mori Summer. She doesn't know who Mori Summer is. So when the real one shows up and is like, wait a minute, why do you have that book? Oh, I read Mori Summer's blog and I printed off every single page and kept it as a book. Well, guess what? Shingo doesn't want that getting out. So she tries to destroy it. Unfortunately, Tech Morty has more copies. And she never believes that Shinka is Mori Summer. He's always calling her the imposter. Shut up, imposter. I think out of all the characters, Rika's my favorite. Takamori might be my second favorite just because she's very eccentric. But she is aware that her delusions are nothing more than delusions. Like, she knows it's not real. She's just having fun still. And she's like, I don't get why people throw this away when they get older. It's still a ton of fun to me. And she helps Rika support the Chunibyo lifestyle. Even as Yuta tries to... Well, I don't want to say he tries to get her to stop. He just doesn't encourage it as much. Until he needs to. And it's like, you need to get on the bus. I don't wanna. Again, like when she's using a real voice, absolutely adorable. But you have to. I, the Dark Flame Master, have commanded you to get on the bus with me so we can get back to the base. Okay. It's... When he has to bust it out, it's hilarious and adorable when he does. It's absolutely adorable when he does. And, he has a younger sister, Yuzuha. She's there, but usually just like as a background character. Like, she doesn't really matter much to the show. I mean, it's kind of hard to explain because, like, she would be there, but then it's like, okay, she's not doing anything. Why do you have this character in the manga / show? She doesn't actually do anything. Kind of annoying. It's the only way I can explain it. Now, they introduced Satone Shichimaya. I can't remember how to pronounce it. She was in middle school with Yuta, and she is still doing the Chunibyo. When, spoiler happens, she's now there, but she goes to a different school, but she's very close to Yuta. They were best of friends in middle school. You know, he's a Dark Flame Master, she's the magical devil girl. Well, that... I'm not gonna spoil. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil that. Now, the last one to really care about is Toka Takanashi. She is Rika's oldest sister. Anime only. I like that they included her because the reason, well, maybe not the main reason, but one of the reasons why Yuta starts like hanging out with Rika is that Toka recorded him doing the Dark Flame Master stuff. And you help my sister, or this gets leaked at your school. Like, but I'm trying to grow out of that. You can't do that. You ruin me. Exactly. Help my sister, or else. Rika always calls her the evil high priestess that's trying to stop her from doing this and doing that. It's just, Toko's looking out for her. It's like, hey, you're not gonna, ride a bike all the way out to this part of the country and do this and that. Like, no, you're not doing that. It's dangerous. What if you say evil high priestess and then try to sneak out, but she gets caught? And then, later on, spoiler, and then spoiler. I don't want to give away too much, but the series itself, like the light novels, the manga, the show / movie, are finished. Like, so if you want to sit down and watch them, you can sit down and watch them as much as you want, back to back to back. Read them as back to back to back without having to wait. Oh God, is it November 12th yet? The new manga chapter comes out on November 12th. New season comes out in 2025. I can't wait. You don't have to worry about that. It's already done. Light novel, the manga, the anime, all done. And it is very cute, very adorable. It was a great way for me to kill time. It's like I was watching one anime with like a lot of high intense battles, and on the edge of your seat, what's gonna happen? It's like, all right, I need something a little bit lighter and fluffier. I went with this. Or the animation, top tier. Audio, top tier. Storyline, very good. Easily well above average. 8 out of 10. It's not gonna be one of those that lives forever like Cowboy Bebop. This is definitely gonna be one of those like, oh yeah, I think I remember watching that. How did that show go? Isn't that the one? I think that was one of the Evil Eye, right? Something like that. It's gonna be one of those shows like, yeah, you're gonna watch it, you're going to like it, but it's not gonna stick with you like some of the classics do. It's not gonna be winning Anime of the Year awards. So if you want something lighter and fluffier, I'll do spoilers at the end in case you don't want to watch it. I would definitely say check it out. It's on High Dive, so if you have High Dive, check it out. And with that, we're about to do spoilers and say deux, trois, spoiler. Toka wants Yuta to get Rika to stop being Chunibyo. How he does it is up to him. Now, one thing that Toka wants, like, well, at least be friends with her. If she has friends that are normal, like you are trying to be, maybe it'll help her stop with the whole Chunibyo stuff. Doesn't work. They start dating, like in the middle of the first season, and then it's like, oh, they got uncensored handholding. But there's actually, I think it was cuter when they would just like twirl pinkies. Like they, instead of like holding hands, they'd just be one pinky wrapped around the other. Like it was adorable. It was unique to them. Like anyone can have uncensored handholding. They're doing something different. But eventually they hold hands, kiss on the cheek, and it gets a little awkward when they're living together because their grandfather forgot to renew the lease on the apartment that Toka and Rika were living in. And Toka's in Italy. He's like, I can't just drop everything and go out there. What am I supposed to do? And it's like, well, I could just live with Yuta. No, his parents are in Jakarta for work. And it's like, well, I can't lose her. And it's like, well, we'll behave. And they do. Obviously, like, people that they're friends with them, like Shinka and all that, like, oh, have you done anything? Oh, we're gonna go to the bathhouse together and then interrogate her while she's cornered and she can't get away. And you're not there to interrupt and protect her. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like I said, it's cute. It's adorable. The movie was very good. And for being light and fluffy as the show is, the movie was not light and fluffy. It was much edge of your seat, like, oh, holy crap, this is actually going to happen. They're actually going to do this. Are you kidding me? They're getting on a train, a plane, automobile, like, trying to get what they wanted. As I know that I'm doing spoilers, but I'm not going to spoil this because it is definitely something worth watching, especially after you watch the first 2 seasons and both OVAs. So yeah, like I said, easily 8 out of 10. Check it out. And as always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day.